Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Peace be to you, my friends. Cut off distractions. In this video, I'm going to read to you some reasons why you should cut off distractions and what happens to your brain when you constantly distract yourself. Now, this message is not just for you, it's for me too. I know the difference between living a focused life driven with purpose and intention versus living a distracted life, an unfocused life, where we are constantly seeking distraction, stimulus, gratification, validation. Maybe it's time for you to let go of your distractions, to get to a new level of life, to enhance the quality of your life. Don't underestimate the power of living a focused life, a purpose-focused life. So I'm going to read you the reasons why you should cut off distractions. What happens to your brain when you are constantly distracted? Hopefully, so you can choose to let go of your distractions, to cut them off, to minimize them, and to really get focused in your life. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is that when we are focused, we become present. When we are present, we can enjoy life, and that's what we want. But if we're always distracted, we won't be able to enjoy life as much as we could enjoy it if we were focused. So let's begin. Here are the effects on your brain if you are constantly distracted. 1. Reduced attention span. Your brain gets used to novelty. The dopamine hits from constant distractions like notifications, scrolling, etc. condition your brain to crave stimulation. This weakens your ability to focus, even on things that matter. Deep work and sustained attention become harder. Number 2, weakened memory and learning. When you're constantly switching tasks, your working memory becomes overloaded. Your brain doesn't consolidate information well because it lacks the downtime and focus needed for long-term memory formation. Number 3, increased stress and mental fatigue. We don't want that. Increased stress and mental fatigue. Nobody wants that. And yet, we constantly distract ourselves, not knowing that the effects are deadly. Every time you shift your attention, your brain uses energy. This is known as the switching cost. Over time, this can lead to mental fatigue, burnout, and elevated cortisol, the stress hormone. Number 4, decreased creativity. Creativity thrives in stillness and boredom. Constant distraction clogs the mental space where insights, associations, and original thoughts arise. This is huge because most people, as soon as they find themselves being bored, they want to run away from that because there's this emptiness inside themselves that they can't face. They don't want to face. They just want to run away, whether it's through drugs, alcohol, social media, or whatever. Foods, drinks, whatever. There are so many ways we can distract ourselves and run away from boredom. But what if I told you that through boredom you can enter peace? Boredom is just the transition phase between dissatisfaction to satisfaction. Before you enter into satisfaction, you might feel a little bored, but through stillness is where you find peace. Number 5, disconnection from emotions and purpose. Distractions can numb or suppress emotional awareness. Over time, you might feel disconnected from yourself, unsure of what you want, or why you're even doing what you're doing. Especially with the use of social media, which encourages us to compare ourselves to others constantly. That's like killing yourself. all the time, because comparison is suicide. Because you're not like anybody else. You are unique. This affects your Number 6, impaired decision making. Constantly reacting to stimuli trains your brain to prioritize short-term gratification over long-term goals. This affects your discipline, your patience, and clarity of judgment. 7, and last one, neuroplasticity works against you. If you're constantly distracting yourself, neuroplasticity works against you. The brain rewires based on how it is used. Constant distractions trains it to expect interruption and novelty. Over time, this rewires your baseline state to be scattered, anxious, and restless. So many people suffer from mental illness. Why? I guarantee you, most people who suffer from mental illness, who feel anxious all the time, who feel restless, who feel depressed, it's not because they are genetically disposed to be that way. It's because they are distracted most of the time. If they're not distracted by social media, they're distracted by food and alcohol or drugs. If they're not distracted with food, alcohol, or drugs, they're distracted with their own thoughts, their own problems. We can be distracted by many things in this world. That's the point I'm trying to make. But once we decide to cut off distractions, we will be way, way better off. At first, let's say you are mentally ill, maybe you're just anxious, you're restless. Most people are restless in this day of age. And it's seen as normal. If that's you, it's okay, no judgment. Just know that you can change. Just know that your situation can change. But first, you need to cut off distractions. Make the effort to be focused, to live with purpose and intention, to not need external stimulation all the time. It's okay to be bored. How do you think our ancestors used to live? They didn't have phones, they didn't have laptops, they didn't have TV, they didn't have radio, they didn't have so many things that we do have today. They didn't have cars, airplanes, or whatever we use, the technologies that we use. Which I'm not saying that technology is bad, by the way. I'm not saying everything that we have is bad. It's just that we have to be the masters of our mind, and how we use our mind will determine the quality of our life. That is my message for you today. Cut off distractions. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Peace.